Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the gym look. I just left and did an hour and 20 minutes of cardio at the gym. I went from work, home and ate for like 10 minutes into the gym. I have got to get in better shape before vacation in the next 2 months. I am like doing cardio 4 to 5 days a week for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes to burn off what I'm eating. And unfortunately, I'm not losing weight because I keep eating bad and the cardio is just keeping me at like a maintaining weight. It's such a struggle to turn down good food. Sorry. If you're new here, my name's Anna, and this is gonna be an update about my trying to conceive / infertility journey. In today's video, I am following up from the surgery that I had 2.5 weeks ago. I had a laparoscopy to check and or rule out endometriosis, and that was fantastic. I had nothing in there, and that is perfect. And so that did not hinder us from trying to conceive any longer. I had my appointment yesterday. Today is Tuesday. I had the appointment on Monday, and my fertility specialist was very happy. We went in and he was like, perfect, you're good to go. Let's inseminate you. I was like, okay, I'm definitely ready to do an IUI. Like I told you guys kind of before, he really wanted to rule out endometriosis, of course, before moving on and doing this procedure. My husband's sperm analysis, well, he had 2 of them. They both, even though they were low, they're still sufficient enough to do an IUI. I know that if you are below a certain level, an intrauterine insemination you're not really a good candidate for that. Thankfully, the vitamins have helped raise his. The last time we checked, they're at 15.8, which is just under the average, or the lower side of average, which is 20. So yes, we are moving forward with an IUI, and I kind of want to go through and let you guys know kind of what to expect, because I was told what to expect, and I am going to go over how much it's going to cost in my area. But before I get to that, keep in mind I live in the Midwest in Iowa, and I don't know if costs will vary drastically where you live, but I was kind of looking up costs before we were going to do the IUI. And I heard everything from $300 to $1,500. So that's a humongous range. So if you guys live in the Midwest, prices might be close to mine. Just keep that in mind for later on in the video when I talk about the cost. How it's going to work is he decided to put me on Clomid. I would have kind of liked to do a natural cycle, but I'm also not trying to waste any time, because something is coming up that you guys may or may not find out about. You will find out about it, but it's gonna be later on because I can't actually say anything, but yes, it is military related. So something is gonna be coming up in the next year to year and a half that kind of puts pressure on me, and I'm like, I'm trying to get pregnant. And yeah, so we're not gonna do a natural cycle. He talked to me about it. I'm gonna do a medicated cycle. He sent in Clomid 100 milligrams. And it just so happened that today is day 3. My cycle actually came 3 days early this time, which is so strange to me because normally I have 31 to 33 day cycle. Normally that's how my cycles are. They're a little bit long. The average is 28 days. So this month right here, I had a 28-day cycle. When my cycle started on Sunday, I was like mind blown because that's never happened to me before. So when I saw him, I was on cycle day 2. So it was perfect that I saw him on cycle day 2 so I could get the medicine. So thankfully everything worked out. I started the medicine today, just a minute ago. I prefer to take it at nighttime, and it's about 7:45 right now. I prefer it at night in case I have any symptoms. I pretty much can sleep through them. Normally with Clomid, it's not too bad for myself. I just kind of have swollen like insides. It feels almost like my lower abdomen is like swollen and full. That's pretty much the only symptoms that I've had. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, you knew back when I took Clomid that was the only thing that I necessarily had that was uncomfortable and that I even noticed, besides having a numb forehead one time. That was really strange, but it only happened for 1 month, so that was really good. So basically what's going to happen is whenever I'm going to take the medication cycle day 3 through 7, and when I get my positive ovulation test, he told me to start testing on or around day 11 or 12 because testing too early can give you a false positive. He said once you start testing on cycle day 11/12, when you get your peak, you will call the office and you will say, hey, I have a positive OPK. I am scheduled to get an IUI, and they will schedule a time the next day, 24 to however many hours after your positive OPK, and they will go ahead and do the procedure. Instead of, a lot of times I know your husband can go with you and leave the sample, then you leave for an hour or two, they clean it, do the wash, and then you come back. With my husband's flight schedule, that's not possible, so he actually went in today and gave his sample, and they did what they were supposed to do to it, and they froze it for us. Thank the Lord they can even do that, because with his schedule, I never know where he's going to be flying at and if he's going to be around here to even do it. So he was able to go this morning. They had like a one or two time slots, and he was able to make it. And so I'm very, very thankful for that. And yeah, so I obviously will bring you guys along during this process as much as I can. I might be going to get the procedure by myself for all I know right now, because like I said, my husband's in and out, and I've had friends offer to go with me, so we'll see kind of how I'm feeling about bringing someone along with me. But oddly enough, he's not going to do any kind of monitoring as far as ultrasounds goes to see my follicles. I was shocked and almost a little bit concerned that he's not going to do that, because everything that I have read is that people have been monitored when they're taking Clomid, because you don't want to have too many follicles grow and then risk multiples of like 3 and 4 babies. But when I talked to him about it and said this is my concern about not being monitored, he said that with their fertility, he speaks only for their clinic and their statistics. As far as IUIs go in his clinic, only 7% end up in multiples, and of that 7%, over 6% of it are twins. And so I'm like, okay, so realistically I have like a 0.1 chance of 3 or more, and he's like, absolutely, it's not anything to be concerned about. And yeah, so we're not gonna be monitored, although that still kind of scares me a little bit, like I'm not gonna lie. If you guys have ever done one and not been monitored, can you let me know how it went for you? Did you end up with like 2 or 3? I mean, not that I'm really concerned about ending up with 2 babies. I'm more concerned about ending up with 3 or 4, because at that point I know it becomes kind of unsafe. And I don't want to be faced with anything that I would be against morally, if you guys know what I mean. I'm just, obviously all I want is a healthy baby, maybe 2 babies. That's definitely, I'm not aiming to get like 4 or 5 in there. Although I know it's very, very slim chances. It has happened before. So let me guys know if you guys were monitored on your IUIs, if you were on Clomid or the injectables, because I don't know if that's weird or not. Like, I'm still on the fence if I think it's strange for them not to monitor me. Please guys, if you have experiences, I know one of you have had multiple rounds of IUIs, and another one of you that I talked to, hi Ashley, I know that you have done IUIs. So will you guys let me know in the comments if you were on Clomid, Femera, injectables, did they monitor you? And if they didn't, like, please let me know, because I'm still like feeling just a little bit uneasy. But yeah, that's pretty much what to expect. The way that I'm looking at my calendar, it looks to me like next weekend, the 10th, is going to be the day I ovulate if my body goes according to schedule. Of course, being on Clomid, I'm not sure if I'll ovulate any earlier or not, but it looks like it's going to be the Sunday the 10th or Monday the 11th, kind of in that area. In which case my husband will not be here as far as I know, which, I mean, oh well. The whole point of this is to get to the end, you know, end reward of having a baby, so I'm not going to complain too much. But now let's go ahead and get into cost. I will go ahead and tell you guys that my cost total for the IUI is going to be $525. I will go ahead and tell you why it's that much, because if you call and ask, you know, what are the costs, they actually will tell you, because you actually will speak with a financial advocate. Kind of like what I do in my career field, they have their own financial advocate in fertility, and so her and I talked, and she went over what the costs were for. She said the actual IUI procedure just for myself is $205, and the sperm washing, sperm cleaning that they have to do for the sperm samples is $270, which makes the procedure kind of itself as a whole $475. But we also had to pay $50 for them to freeze my husband's sample because obviously he's not around. So a short-term storage, as they called it, which they store it for just your cycle of like the 2 weeks that you're waiting for an IUI, it was $50. And they actually go ahead and clean it and do what they're supposed to do it and freeze it, I believe is what they said they were going to do. And then we also paid $10 for Clomid. So it was $535 total for the IUI. And I've heard, again, anywhere from $300 to $1,500. And I believe the ones that were like $1,000 or more were from people who had to use a sperm donor. And obviously we don't have to do that. So that's the price that we are paying. And honestly, guys, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I don't really know that I feel like 100% it's gonna work the first time, but honestly, I think that IUIs are gonna be what helps us conceive. And right now I'm feeling the closest that I felt to getting pregnant in such a long time because it's been such a long road. And we're on 19 months, almost 20 months of trying to conceive. And honestly, I look back and think, oh my gosh, it's been that long. Like all that I've been through and leading up to this point, I just can't believe that. I mean, I just feel like it's so close. And I know it's gonna be, hi baby. And I know it's just gonna be exciting when that moment does happen. And I can't wait to share that with you guys when it does happen. Say hi. Hi. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna end this video here and I will update you guys, especially when how I'm feeling on Clomid this round, and I will update you whenever that time comes and it's time to go to see the fertility specialist and do the procedure. If you guys would like to follow my journey, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.